They're the best deck from Stellar Crown? It depends. It depends. What do you think's the best deck? Oh, 100%. Like, there's not going to be a blanket answer. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. Like, Dragapult seems pretty good out of it. Zard seems pretty good. Pegos seems like it's got potential, and it's just kind of cracking the list and just like finding the right 60 for it. Rema, how you doing, buddy? Good evening. But yeah, just tweaking the list from Friday a little bit, because I do want some research in here. We ran very thin on draw supporters, just kind of banking on the fact that it's like, well, just get into Noctowls, get into Pidgeots, and we should be fine. And like, honestly, it worked. Like, we didn't really have issues. The Genesect in here is one of those cards that's like, maybe we cut it. It's nice, though. Like, just being able to shut off your opponent's A-Spec, it's pretty big. Personally, you think it's the Turtle Boy, and the fact it's brand new means it should, in theory, only get stronger the longer it's in Standard. True, but it'll also get counters the longer it's out, right? Because what's countering it right now? I guess Glamora EX, which if you play that, you're just losing to every other matchup, so it's not going to be relevant. Next set, we get a Passimian, though. That's a fighting colorless and does 20 extra damage for each of your benched basic Pokemon. So I feel like Terrapegos probably runs it itself, in theory. Just as like an answer in the mirror if it becomes an issue. So did Mew, but how long was that strong? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Every counter they printed, Mew is just like, yeah, I can put that in mine too. It's like, Paths of the Peak hurts it. Nah, Mew can play it. Oh, okay. Drapion hurts it. It's like, yeah, but Mew could play that too if they want. And they just don't overbench if they know you're running Drapion, or they run Lost City. So you get that off once and it's like, okay, they delete it. And then they beat you up the rest of the game. It was such a strong card. I still can't believe that got printed. I need to cut one more thing, which, like, realistically, it's probably Thornton. Because we've got Double Penny for the loop. We've got Palpad for it. The Thornton is... Like, the Thornton's nice because it means, hey, we can just get a surprise attacker out. Like, we can have DTEs attached to things that aren't going to be attacking, and then it just becomes a Terrapegos, which is pretty big. But I feel like it's just... Yeah, like, the Penny's already kind of doing that. Having 3 cards that are recycling things out. Like, I know Penny's not doing quite the same thing, but it's like, it's just scooping up Pegos so they're not being knocked out. Night Stretcher attached, like, we should be fine. So I think we might just try that and run with this. We've got Mist Energy just to help out into, like, Roaring Moon and also into Dragapult. If we know they're going to be trying to put pings on things, we just go, hey, Mist Energy, like, we're fine. And yeah, I think we run with this. Little thin on the draw supports, but... having the Noctowl just to kind of guarantee it, I think we're all right. You also think it doesn't matter what the strongest deck is, as we're all about to notice for N Zoroark, and that thing is going to be going to rule the format for a while. It seems pretty solid. It seems really solid. Like, having effectively trade again, unless is the ability called trade? Can't remember if they just straight up were like, yep, it's just Zoroark, but it's back. Oh, also realizing I am in the wrong category. I've still got Unite showing. That's awkward. Let's change that up real quick. Trade and Muse Attack. Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's Muse Attack only for other end Pokemon, right? We want to go first. We can't attack first turn of the game anyways. Yeah, our second. Our first turn, if we go second, we can't attack. Say the good words now. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what end Pokemon we get. We'll open the Hoodoo because we know we always want that out. The rest of the hands not looking great. Milky, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week. I move this a little bit. So I'll probably be looking this way most of the time. What do I even do with this hand? It's literally just hope to top deck into something. Top deck into a Buddy Puffin or a Nest Ball, and I'm very happy, right? We just grab a Rotom. Seeing a Natu, I'm thinking we're into that I can work with. Right, because it's grab this to get another Hoot Hoot, Pidgey, Noctowl. And then the Noctowl next turn just gets me an out for Terrapagos. Yeah. That. Seems good to me. Bench that. We've got the rare candy already. And we'll just pass. I don't think I want to waste the DTE on anything. I guess in theory I could check it on the Pidgey. We could be attacking with Pidgeot next turn. Honestly, isn't the worst call. Not the best call. Probably better to just save this for Terrapagos. Yeah, we'll hold. But I think next turn it'll be Noctowl. Noctowl for Arven. Featherball for Pidgeot. Get Pidgeot online. Arven for Nest Ball. Rescue Board. Get the Noctowl out of the active. Nest Ball grabs this Pagos. We've got DTE. We can start attacking. Doing pretty nice. Glad to hear it. Just chilling right now. Love it, man. Love it. Oh. We would see, what's its face? A spouse for EX. Well, we don't run a lot of energy, so we'll be okay. That stadium's a bit annoying, though. Oh, I just top deck the Pidgeot? Okay. Yeah, we might just start attacking with Pidgeot then. I think we do stick to this. Right? Oh, unless I just grab Boss. We boss that up, deal with it, just so that they're not getting an attacker online. Like, dealing with these is whatever. I have Boss in hand already. Prime Catcher in here. I could just Prime Catcher into it. Like, it feels a little excessive, not just using my supporter for it, but at the same time, I really want this gone. And like using the Noctowl now, I almost feel like it's a bit overkill. But I think we still do it. I don't have a Terra Pokemon to play. We shouldn't have done that. Dumb. Discard the stadium? Nah, that's fine. We'll attack with Pidgeot again. I keep forgetting about Noctowl. I keep forgetting about it. It's showing that I'm not playing standard as much. Like, weekends, it's just budget build battles, and then, yeah, I come back into standard. It's like, what do these do again? No, I have different things than I think they do. I just view it as like shady dealings, and it's not. Yeah, Milky, you cooked up anything for Friday's tournament? We'll have Stellar Crown legal. It wasn't like the intention was that it was legal for last Friday's tournament, but with it not being available on Limitless, it was just one of those things of checking deck lists would just be the biggest headache. And like, nah, we can't do it. Milky Noctowl is so good. You love him. Just being able to search for a supporter of your choice and Area Zero at the same time among being able to get other things. It's amazing. Yeah, it's so good. So good. Apparently you need a Terra Pokemon for Noctowl. Right? Reading the card explains the card? No, surely not. Surely not. I love how I'm playing a Terrapagos deck, but I'm probably not even going to set up my Terrapagos. I'm just going to keep attacking with Pidgeot. Like, doesn't seem like you're getting an Espathra on the board. I won't get my main guy on the board. It's fine. You've said it before, reading's overrated. It has its moments. Is Rescue Board in here right now? I know I'm looking at those things, but it's mainly to check for these things. Like, I don't really need the Buddy Buddy. I guess I could grab a Hoodoo with it, but it just becomes another Gust target. Yeah. Rescue Board's in there. I think we just go Arven for the Rescue Board. Like, we'll grab a Nest Ball too, just because we can, but It's mainly for this. Pivot out. Still got the Pidgeot. Grab that. Just indicate that, hey, I have an out for a thing if I want it. Not going to, but I have it if I want it. Nah, keep it there. I like having the stadium there, because it's like, oh, if you try and do some cheeky shenanigans with a basic attacker too, you can't. It makes it a lot harder for you. It's like Kingdra, but with basic attackers. Nice. Taking the same deck that you were going to take last week. It's basically the new Raging Bolt plus Matang. Ooh. Okay, so you need what? A lightning and a fighting on it, and then for each energy on it, 30 damage to any target. So Manaphy will be relevant again. Manaphy will be very relevant again. All right, what did we get off these packs? Noctowl. Nice. Did you know to use Noctowl, you need a Terra Pokemon in play? Who knew? No, I'll take the hit for that one. Yeah, it was deserved. MW, that's not the worst one you've seen. You saw a guy at locals trying to use Fan Rotom turn 3 and then argue with you, and the judge saying we're wrong. The judge saying like they could use Fan Rotom or they couldn't use Fan Rotom. Chrissy out. Right? I earned that bump though. I earned it. We're playing Terrapagos, and we have Noctowl in the deck. But I was just like, oh, I just won't play the Terrapagos this matchup because like I didn't need it with where the board state was at. And then evolved into the Noctowl, and it was immediately like, right, I need a Terra Pokemon in play for that to be relevant. That was dumb. Now I can do the thing though. More, Mr. Nice Guy. So welcome to the Goomba Gang, Chrissy. We got popping on the chat. Tyrogue. Don't mind if I do. No, the guy was saying you and the judge were wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah. They would know though. Like they're playing the card. They obviously know it better than anyone else would ever. Moments like that, it's just like, what do you even say? It's like, okay, bud. Yeah, we're definitely wrong. Yeah, grab the Pidgey for sure. Grab the Noctowl for sure. Considering grabbing a Bouffalant. Do I grab 2 Bouffalant? If I grab 2 Bouffalant, if they try and sob, it does nothing. So that's kind of funny. Wouldn't mind just grabbing a second Hoot Hoot though. But there's no more Noctowl, or is one in hand already? No, okay, so we've prized 2 Noctowl. That's interesting. I might grab the Bouffalant then. So this definitely goes on the board. Attach that. And I think for right now, we just pass. Right? Like, I don't really want to bench the Bouffalant too early, just because it becomes a gust target. Like, they can just go boss that in the active, and it's like, well, he has 2 retreat. This is awkward. I do have pennies, so I could just whoop, but we don't necessarily need it on the board until we have both. We can hold. What would the judge know anyways, right? Like, what would they know? They're just there to judge, like, best haircut, obviously, not how to play the game. Silly judge. It's honestly, like, seeing some judge calls, it's like, guys, why are you even asking them? Like, just read the card. People keep saying that about Manaphy, and then no one plays it. They never learn, no matter what, they never learn. And hey, if they're going to keep on taking the fall, then who are you to get some get away with it? Oh, 100%. It was like when people were complaining about Frostlass, and I listed off like, what, 5 ways to counter Frostlass? You just need to be aware of these cards are good. They will see play in that format. Be aware of what happens. Like, it's not standard, so there's not like a 100% set meta, but you should be aware of like, oh yeah, Frostlass, a lot of people are playing it. Know about it. Okie dokie. A lot of people are playing it. Know about it. Like, are you scared of Okie dokie? Do you have a way to deal with Okie dokie? No? Chuck a Flutter Mane in your deck. Are you scared of Frostlass? Do you have a way to heal or just deal with Frostlass? I don't know. How much do I have today? 210, so I need a full bench. We can get there. That's one. I do this probably for Buddy Buddy Poffin, right? Can I get... Full bench is... Scales by 30. Full bench 240. 220. Yeah, we get there. We've got a Terra Pokemon to play. Grab that, we get a Pidgeot. We've already got Rare Candy in hand. Beautiful. And we grab that to grab two little guys. Right? Show me everything. What little guys have I got? Fanrotom, Hoot Hoot, Pidgey. That'll do it. They are things that can go on the board. And just in case we get there, we don't want to use Iono. So we're going to go Pidgeot. We're going to grab Research. Right? So I get the most things possible. I can even do this, grab two things. I can Ultra Ball, grab two other things. We'll probably just go double Hoot Hoot, actually. Just in case the game goes on. We've got outs for more Noctowl shenanigans. Alright, and I literally need one more Pokemon. That'll do it. Look, I can Serena and just fully heal. Nice. Terrapagos is neat. Oh, we only get one prize. I can't take the other 5 prizes. How are we supposed to win the game? Oh my god. There's nothing else to knock out. Cleaver, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Triple B. Have you tried any Toxtricity decks with Area 0 Underdepths? If you have 8 mons and potentially Iron Treads and Civilian, you can do 350 damage theoretically. I haven't. I like the idea of that. Like, it's a Rainbow Road concept. We could definitely try it out. Do you have like a list in mind you want me to try? Or you just ask me to theory craft it? I'm probably going to do like 1, maybe 2 more games with Pagos, just because I want to get some recordings for YouTube video. But yeah, no, after that, I'm keen to try Toxtricity. Kapow! You in Remo Buds, Kapow? How you going? MW, is this a full colorless list? Or are you playing the energy for the second attack? Nah, we're just going all in on the first attack. The second attack, I don't know. Like, in theory, it's good, but at the same time, you just gust around it, right? It's like, oh, it doesn't take damage from basics. Boss, Prime Catcher, like, or Evolve. It's not bad in theory, but I just, the amount of setup it requires, I don't think it's worth it. And the fact that it can get played around. Kleber, you've been working on a list yourself, but you haven't been able to come up with anything particularly consistent. Ah, fair. Fair. All right, get that down. Buddy buddy. Get that and... Another owl? Yeah. Another owl seems neat. I've got one in hand already, but then this one's thin for my deck, so I'm more likely to draw into good things. We can use this now to get double Noctowl Bouffalant? Yeah. And then from here, I think we just pass. Yeah. Same logic applies. I don't want to bench the Bouffalant just because if they are having a bit of a slow start, I don't want them to gust it into the active because it is an awkward one to get out of the active spot. They're not running Basin, are they? Okay. Like, are they going to chuck Magma Basin in play? Charge that up, take a KO first turn. Like, that'd be pretty spicy. The only time you two talk. Oh. I'm not sure if that's a bit or not, pal. You got the ducks? Oh, well, like, that's, you know what? That's balanced then. That's a fair trade. That's 100%, that's 50-50. If anything, that's like 60-40. Ducks is, you know, they're where it's quack. Okay, we get another boof. I need the Terra in play before I play the Knockdown. Don't make that mistake again, Triple. Don't be a dum-dum. You're better than that, allegedly. Okay, we get the rescue board, we get the nest ball. We go nest ball for the Pagos. They're all in here, which is good. Which means now I can go knocked out for... I don't even need the feather ball. Literally knocked out for probably Stadium Rare Candy. Prime Catcher would be good, though. Just take out one of these Charmanders. Because I don't get to a point where I can take out the Entei. I have more Noctowls, though. So we can just do that. On another Noctowl. Yeah. Get the rescue board. We have the free retreat. I can get into the Pagos. This is going to get me the energy. This is going to get me what? This was supposed to get me the Prime Catcher. I wasn't supposed to hard retreat that. That was dumb. Don't do what I do, guys. Take a minute. Think out your plays a little bit further in advance. A little bit further. Okay. Well, at least I haven't attached the energy yet. So we're going to grab an energy. The other Noctowl is going to grab me the Prime Catcher Nest Ball. We can still get out of this situation. It's fine. And like, that's so tempting to spin, but I know it's just going to punish me. So we're not going to do that. Bouffalant. Bouffalant. Theoretically leave a spot for Pheasantipity, or we put down a Hoot Hoot, because Hoot Hoot could be a Noctowl next turn. We could go Pidgeot for Noctowl to get into more things. I feel like that's a better option. Right, like Fez for 3 is good, but I also have Pidgeot for just any specific thing. And at the moment, I'm not too concerned about them taking knockouts. They're not going to knock out the Pagos. They're not able to knock out the Pidgeot yet. They could gust around and take out like a Bouffalant. They could bump my Stadium. They bump the Stadium, we get rid of the Noctowl, Fan Rotom. Probably the Noctowl that has the skateboard. That sucks. There's an owl riding a skateboard. Like, it's just too cool. Like, I'd watch that movie. It's like Air Bud, but the name would make a little bit more sense because it can actually fly. MW, you'd like to know who got the Kangaskhan? Wow, they are in Australia. So, oh. Can't get child support on ducks? What? Ooh, okay, maybe it is just 50-50 then, not 60-40. All right, so they've got 4 Seal Stone for nobody knows. Okay, Rare Candy and or Zard, I'm guessing. We know now. Milky, you can play things like baby Pokemon such as Cleffa, Elekid, Magby, and some others like Shaman from temporal forces and more Pecco for the free retreaters and the toxicity. Yeah. Risky though. There's a lot of things that can deal with the little guys. If you went that route, I feel like you'd almost have to run it with Rapska. Oh, get out of here. You're making me get rid of the owl on a skateboard. But who hurt you? Who hurt you? He was so neat. He's gone. He's just gone. Just like that. If I could snap, that would have been made a snap sound. Just never figured it out. Yeah, Ante hits us and does not a lot. So I think from here we literally just go penny, pick this up, put it back, or attach the energy onto this, tap the Ente. Theoretically, we boss that. He's doing what? 180 minus 60. Oh no, he's not doing 180. He's doing 210 minus 60. 150, which is just enough to take us out. So I'd need the bravery charm on it. So for right now, you know what? I think we do just kind of power through this. We boss this up. We start hitting him. I'm getting at another DTE. Right, because how much am I hitting for right now? 150, 130. Goes down to 200 remaining. We just need to fill up our bench again and then hit him afterwards. If I go for area 0, we're not doing enough right now. Oh, unless I go for Knocked Owl. Could go for the Knocked Owl to get the stadium. Buddy Buddy? Buddy Buddy doesn't get me enough things out. No. Let's do this. We're going to get the stadium and maybe Serena. Just to play it safe. So this and this. Just in case they get rid of the item. We're outside of range now. Pheasantipity wouldn't be protected from this. This only applies to colorless Pokemon, so it would have 210. They'd be able to Gust kill it, so we don't put that on the bench. Us hitting them for 160 is fine. Like, we're half hitting into it. They're going to be on the defensive here. Kleber, you have it with the Scoville and no other grass types or fire types, so you're kind of messing around with some versions of the deck that did have Radiant Zard as a backup attacker. Ooh, that's kind of spicy. Yeah, I don't mind that idea, actually. What do we got in the chat? Dynamo. Ooh, I'll get it on that. I'm not sure why they're overcommitting energy to an Entei. That's different. Okay. Oh, no, not the buffalo. Okay. Well, Pheasantipity's online at least. I still don't think I bench it because I bench it, it becomes an easy target for this, right? It scales up by 20. It'd be doing 100 based off us. 100, like we'd probably be fine. They don't seem to be benching out too much. Theoretically, I want to like boss kill that just to hurt their consistency. If that stays in, they can get back into the game. This is already half hit. It's not too much of a threat. I take that out. I go down to 4 prizes remaining. Zard goes up to 240. And we're taking that full hit to the face, which would take us out. So yeah, we probably do get the Bouffalant back. We're probably fine to do this. We'll just get the Bouffalant. Get the boof back. We heal. We know that they don't have access to another Zard. The Entei is not doing like crazy numbers. This should be fine to tank another hit. Are we just shy of the knockout though? Oh, we are. Okay, we'll put that down then. I still don't want to bench the Pheasantipity though. Pheasantipity just feels like a liability. It's a good one, but it's still a liability. You're not taking 2 browsers. Yeah, they scoop. All right. Pagos is feeling pretty fast for a turtle. I'm liking this. I think one more game with it. And then yeah, pretty confident in saying I would sleeve this up. Don't forget it's faster than the rabbit. The turtle in the hair. Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, the Cinderace is an interesting one. A couple of people have asked me about it. They're like, "Oh, is this card good?" I'm like, it's not bad, but it's not good. They're like, "Oh, but like with Max Belt, you get up to 330," and it's like, yeah, but getting the energy on it, you're struggling. Like to get the energy on it, you're running it with Charizard or you're running it with Infernape. And if you're running it with Charizard, just play Charizard. Like you're just running a less consistent Charizard if you're running it with Cinderace. And if you're playing it with DTE, then you're not hitting the breakpoint numbers. So yeah, it just feels kind of pointless. You really want it to work? Yeah, like there's probably ways you could get it there. You just need ways to scale the damage, which it's like, do you then run it with like a poison box, right? Like, do you check in some Brute Bonnets to scale it up? Brute Bonnet, Radiant Sneasler, maybe, but I feel like you'd want to be running that with like Radiant Charizard for a late game attacking option. And if you're playing it with Perlius Jungle, you're not hitting the extra fire damage into Charizard, so it's kind of pointless. Interesting playing down a Luminion when you can't play the supporter yet. Oh, no, you can. Yep, Carmine. Yep. Totally fair. I'm going to eat those words real quick. Like, it's a bold choice there. Logic. Wow, it is showing I have not played Standard in a while. Just been playing budget build battles for the most part. And like when we have played Standard, it's mostly been into like Drago, Thorns, Zards. I haven't seen too many Lugias updated. This is cool. I like it. That was a really smart play. Okay, 220. We can get to it with a full bench. Odds of getting there, not great. Not impossible, but not great. Actually, I think impossible. We have no way to draw more cards here. Okay, that's a way to draw more cards. Kind of, but... So we're going to go Fan Rotom for Noctowl, Pidgey, Bouffalant. Then we at least get the extra Bouffalant. They've got Minchino already on the board, though, so they just scale that up and deal with us. So off this, do I just grab Pidgeot, or maybe I grab Parapegos? I might just grab another Terrapegos. Right, I've got the Nest Ball ready for the Fan Rotom. I guess hindsight, grabbing a second Hoot wouldn't have been a bad shout there. We will put the Pegos down just in case you get hit with the Iono. I don't want to put the Stadium down too early because Lugia can bump the Stadium. And theoretically, I guess theoretically we could gust up the Ursaluna just to buy a turn. Right, because they just hard retreat this, go into that, and knock us out. I gust that up, they have to work for it. Feels like a waste of a boss, but at the same time, we've got Palpad. Like, just leaving them with Lugia in the active, it just feels kind of free. Really wish we could have got a draw supporter there. Because, yeah, if we could have dealt with Lugia first turn, easy. MW, you're playing the non-snipe version and play it like Zacian. Okay, cool. Yeah, because like it's got free retreat, right? So like you go Cinderace, tap them, bounce, tap them, bounce. It's not a bad shout. Because you have what, Magma Base and DTE to get it online? Or how are you running it? I mean, you can't attack it unless you have the 3 energy. For the Cinderace? Yeah, so it's like base and DTE. Isn't that the play? It's fire double colorless for the 280 attack, so it goes down to 260. No turtle. What do you mean? Why can't I attack unless I have 3 energy? I only need 2. 2 energy. What are you talking about? 2. Oh, I was talking about taking out Lugia. He's 220. I just needed a full bench. Read what? Oh, yep. Yep. The penny has dropped. Okay, we go Noctowl. Noctowl's gonna get us rare candy Featherball. Welcome to the Goomba Gang, France Shade. Grab that. We'll go Mezagosa, see if we can expand the bench some more here. Oh, we can. Have they done the ace spec yet? No. Theoretically. Could go for him. I'm kind of leaning towards a Hoot Hoot, though. I'll be honest. Yeah, I think it's just Hoot Hoot. And we got to deal with that. That's the biggest threat, which is strange to say. We deal with that, or I guess we could take these out. We take these out and this becomes less of a threat. And then these guys are just tank their hits. Huh. You've got to get me DTE, though. Right? We deal with this. They try and charge him up. Then they put one more onto him. They probably just go into him, right? They go into him, then they start charging that up. Do I take out your attackers or I take out these annoying birds? I think I just take out the birds. So I do this to get him out of the active. Bring up the birds. Don't really want to bump this. I bump this, that means he can come out, but we're not in range of getting one shot anyways, unless they charge this up. 5 energy onto that. All the DTs are out though. So yeah, it would be literally just... Well, DT just counts as 1 anyways. 5 onto it still gets 350. I think I do need this. I hate that little rat. But I'm dealing with this, so they can only get 3. Overthinking. We swing through this. If they bump my stadium, I can get rid of the damaged Pagos. I can get rid of the Noctowl. Kleber, you posted the list over in Discord. A first draft version of the Toxtricity deck you threw together, but it's kind of a mess. It's all good. All decks start somewhere. I'm keen to see the concept. Different types of Mon feel really okay, but still figuring out the right supporters / trainers to round everything out. Fair. Now we can take a look. We can take a look. Okay, are they going to try and take out my Pegos with a Iron Hands? A little cheeky if they do. A little cheeky it is, yeah. Okay. So we tank that hit. He's only going to be swinging for what? 120 into us? 120 minus 60, swinging for 60 into us. So that's the Ampy very much isn't a threat. It's more so I just need to loop him, right? Which, if I get Serena, I go down to 120. He hits me for 140, gets a KO. So we likely do just need to scoop this up now. Or actually, hang on. Can this attack back to back? During your next turn, this can't attack. Okay. I'm kind of leaning towards just getting a Serena. Oh my god, a Serena prized. They scooped. Okay, we're good. Like, we get Serena, we heal it, or we get Penny, we scoop it, we loop it. We tap the Ursaluna, it starts to run, they go into Iron Hands, it's not doing anything into us, really. Or... No, best case scenario would have been grabbing the Serena. If we went Serena, bossed up the other Archeops, then the Ursaluna comes up and it can hit us again. That's fine, they take it out. And then we just kind of tank hits from there. I wish they didn't scoop it. I want to play that one out. We'll do one more game with this, though, and then we'll hop on that Toxtricity. Oh, I'm liking Pegos. Pegos is feeling good. I love the little pooper coin. Paldean Whooper. P Whooper. We all know what it means. We all know what his real name is. We're into another Lugia. Okay, so they've opened the Minchino. Okay, I'm like, are they just attached pass? That'd be nice. No. Ultra Ball Luminion for Carmine. Oh, Ultra Ball for Squawk. Nice. MW, because you're playing the Noctowl, you've built it sort of like the old Urshifu deck you used in Teleon with a lot of different supporters and Palpads. Nice. I miss Rapid Strike Urshifu. Losing Rare Candy? Not ideal. I think I might just hold this hand, because like they haven't done a lot. We're not even seeing a Lugia on the board. So I think it literally is just Fan Rotom. Fan Rotom gets me Pidgey, double Noctowl. Kind of thinking that's all it is. We've got Rare Candy in hand, so the Noctowls are going to get me into a Feather Ball next turn. Like, just do that. No need to rush. And then theoretically, if they do tap this, I have Penny in hand, so it's just like, okay. This gets me a Feather Ball. We get into the Pidgeot. Pidgeot gets me into a DTE. We go Penny. We pick this up. This goes active. It has free retreat. We pivot back into it. There's like 2 special energy on this. It's going to be swinging for 140, which is not a bad number to hit. Like, it's kind of intimidating. But at the same time, I feel like it's just if we see only one Lugia on the bench, we just need to go very aggressive at taking it out. DV Husky, welcome to the Goomba game. Goomba on rollerblades. That's a Goomba living on the edge. Okay, getting hit with the Iono. I don't know how to feel about that. Lugia on their board. So yeah, we just need to target that with extreme prejudice. Losing the double Noctowl though, not great. Mezagoza coming into play means I have a way to get back into my Noctowl though. That's something. But I need to find both pieces for Pidgeot. Gleeber, have you tried any Terrapagos desk with Dusknoir too? You think you saw a video with Tricky Jim where he had Dusknoir in the list? Interesting take. What's the logic for having the Dusknoir? Like you get it into the Dusknoir does 13 damage counters. Pagos is just trying to go for like one shots. Like you're giving up a prize but going for big KOs. Is that the logic? Oh, no Noctowl for me. What do they have in the bin though? No Archeops? Okay. So I'm literally leaning towards just going Colress for DTE and the stadium. We fill out our bench, we Serena, we heal a little bit. And ideally this isn't a threat. We don't know what those 3 cards are though, so they might have way back into the game. Because is there any way that I can use this to get everything here? I feel like that's too greedy. We got to go with the safe play. Because, like, theoretically, I could go Arven to get into, like, a Noctowl, but... No, we just bumped that. Play this. Heal a bit. And I don't want to overbench. So I don't need that. We don't need to be doing, like, crazy numbers into them. If they counter the stadium, Phantom goes away. Okay. Gift energy into 7. Draw for turn puts them to 8. It's literally, do they have a way to get Archeops into the discard pile here? So that's a basic. Nice. Not seeing a Lugia V-Star yet. Makes me happy. They might have got one off the gift energy. Jock. Okay. So that's at least one Archeops. Okay. So Ultra... Oh, there we go. There's double Archeops. We've seen the Lugia V-Star off the Jock. What are they getting into off that? The Chinchino? Fair enough. Lugia takes out our Pagos, likely bumps the stadium. And then from here, how do we want to handle this? I still think it's take out the Archeops. Lugia deck goes bare. Once they get going, yeah. They had a pretty rough turn 1. They're getting back into it, though. Okay. Rotom goes away. That's fine. Okay, so Pagos into the active. Could boss take that out? Needs to get into energy though. What do I get off Arven that gets me into it? Because I think we did cut the... We cut the Ultra Ball. I don't have a way to get into the Noctowls consistently. Just like off of this. Buddy buddy for another Hoot Hoot. Just to thin a bit. Yeah, I think we've just got to go all in. Let's do that, and we just hope to get into a knocked out or an out for Pidgeot off this. Well, that ain't it. Is there a way for me to get it back into this? One's in the discard pile. They don't run a lot of recovery. It's on 230. 5 on it, they get up to 350. 4, they get up to 280. Yeah, there's no point in attaching that. We just pass. I think we lose. I think we lose it. I'm just trying to think off that second turn. The chorus play. Like, if we had gone for the Arven there, what could have been done differently? Well, it is a Pidgeot at least. True, we just need the rare candy. Not an out one, but it is one. Yeah. No, I more so meant like an out to actually getting it online. Because once we can get the Pidgeot, it's pretty easy to get back into the game. Because it's like, Pidgeot's out, we can easily get into DTE. We can start attacking with the Pagos. Pagos gets KO'd, Pidgeot in the active. It's an easy pivot that gets us back into consistency pieces. Are they committing all the energy into the weird here to go for a big KO? They're just committing a good chunk of the energy. Okay. Leave the energy on the Minchine. Oh, or not. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. All right, but yeah, we'll check the Pidgey in the active because it's theoretically a free retreater. This is the threat. Well, and that's just not it. Cool. I think we just move on with our lives. I want to do one more with it, but no, we said we'd try the Toxtricity list out. We'll give the Toxtricity list a go. Okay. Let's go Dex whenever it decides to load. Alright, let's see. So Iron Treads is counting as a fighting and steel type as long as it has future boost capsule on it. Fair. Mew, just solid draw support. Do I have a regular one? No, I don't. Okay. Not sure how I don't have that card, but all right. Scavillion, that's just because it's the Rev I don't own? That's fair. Okay, so we've got a 3/3 Toxtricity line, 2 Pagos just to act as our Terror Pokemon. Treads, this. Switch, we just downgrade to one that I have in deck. Not cut that. What else is in the deck? This one. Cut that. Oh, there's 2 of them in there. Okay. That can stay. These we downgrade. Index 0, index 0, index 3. Master Ball. Why the Master Ball? DB Husky. You're new to the game and I'm struggling to figure out how to build a good deck. You copied a deck list online and it was rough getting used to how it works, but you've started to do well with it. Still like to build your own decks though. It's just very overwhelming. Yeah, it can kind of take a bit to get your head around it. It's just one of those things that it comes with practice. It just comes with one of those experience. And then kind of working as off like a skeleton list isn't a bad shout. So like knowing, hey, I need these draw supporters, I need these for Pokemon search, roughly this many energy to get online. solid support Pokemon. Are they needed? Are they not needed? Because it's one of like, if you don't have a lot of draw supporters in your deck, you need Pokemon that draw you cards. So that's where your Bibberls come in, your Dudunsparces, your Radiant Greninjas, your Pheasantipity EXs. But yeah, what deck are you trying to work on, Husky? It's not something that it's just anyone can just build a deck. Like, I don't know, I do it all the time and I'm still like, I'm okay at it. Okay, but yeah, Master Ball, I don't really see the logic in running in here. I'll be honest. I'd almost recommend going theoretically for Capturing Aroma just to get into our Toxtricities really quickly, and potentially the Scavilion or just like a Prime Catcher, just because we do have a free pivot off Mew. It's just like Prime Catcher, a target we want to take out, pivot out with Mew. The Terra Pokemon as Terrapagos also feels a bit odd. Like, I get it, it's just an easy include. We have Area 0, but I'd almost go with something like Ogerpon. So the fact that there'd just be certain matchups or just chucking him into the active spot. Hang on. We'll switch the camera over here. Chucking him into the active spot and preventing all damage done to this by things that have an ability. So like,
we are proudly presenting...
Squall! Squall Owl! Welcome to the Goomba game, bud. But yeah, being able to just like throw this in the active and buy yourself a bit of time at times will be good. Like into Charizard EX, it's just like, okay, chuck this in the active. They have to work around it. Or like into Hydrapple, theoretically. I really hope that deck's fallen off. I know a lot of people at release were running it. It's a fun concept, but a bad deck. But into that, you just throw this in the active and it's kind of just like free, right? Like they're going to struggle to get around you. So I think that we had cut the Terrapagos in favor of that. Like, it's literally in there just because it's a Terra Pokemon, right? Like, you're not planning on attacking with this, really. I guess theoretically you could manually charge it up with 2 attachments. So it's not a bad shout in that aspect, but how many times have you found yourself attacking with it, Gleeber? Squall Owl. Professional Goomba. Ooh. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're getting really close to the community game night goal. Very nice if we get there. I think, what did I say that? 50 subs? Yeah, we're almost halfway there. So if we get there, we'll do like a Smash Bros night and like Jackbox and stuff like that. Just play some games with the community. Been watching the YouTube stuff and it's all great. Aw, I appreciate that, man. I love to hear it. Like, have you been trying out the deck lists or mostly just like the shorts? MW on a weekend? Yeah, it'd be on a weekend. It would be either on my Friday night stream, most likely on the Friday night stream. Potentially the Saturday afternoon, because then we get the North American side into it, but most likely the Friday night.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
Little Tone, how you going? Actually, in hindsight, it probably would be the Saturday afternoon one. Because Friday nights, we always have budget build battle tournaments. Saturdays, we only have it once a month. So yeah, it'd be on the Saturday. Has that not been redeemed yet? I don't know. No Raspberry. It's usually like Raspberry and I'm Legend fighting over it. You're back from the ad now, Gleeber? Okay, cool. So the question is, Terrapagos EX, are you ever attacking with it, or is it just in there because it's a Terra Pokemon? Because if it's just that it's a Terra Pokemon, I think we go with Ogerpon. We go with the fighting type Ogerpon because it prevents damage from ability Pokemon. So it'll just be like buying you some time into some matchups. Everything. Nice. Started playing about a month ago, so the deck lists have been a huge help. Aw, man, I'd love to hear that. What decks have you been trying, Squall? You did attack with it once or twice, you think. Okay, so there is some logic in including it. Maybe we run it as like a 1-1 line then. So it's like we have this as an attacker. We also have them both covering different types and as different Terra Pokemon. So if one of them gets knocked out, Area 0 is still in play. The bench doesn't completely collapse. And there's logic in having them both out. Because if you have Terrapagos out on your bench and your opponent gusts it up and knocks it out, you'd have to discard down to 5. And if you have 2 Terrapagos, then you're kind of limiting the damage output. So by having it as a split, I think there's some logic to that. Whoops, did not mean to click that. The Master Ball. I feel like we cut the Master Ball. Yeah, Master Ball doesn't seem like the card for this one. Experience share, I feel like we bump up as well. Hang on. Blissey isn't a Terra type, is it? Dang. I was like, if Blissey was a Terra type, that would be actually pretty solid because it's like EXP share, keep energy in play, Blissey, move it onto attackers, and go from there. You just bought your first deck based on the Zoroark V video. Nice. It's your favorite deck to play right now. Man, it's fun, eh? Do big number. Go big bench. Damage everything. Damage your opponent. Good times. I love Zoroark. When that cart comes out, it's good for this. What cart? Oh. It's like search your deck for a bunch of basic Pokemon, throw them on the bench. What numbers are we hitting? Cart that gets 8 basic Pokemon. That's so silly. Yeah, that would be good for this. I'm just trying to remember how I built Toxtricity when I did it, because I did a video on this ages ago. Let's see. Oh, I did it when Zoroark was still in rotation. Not the V-Star, like the Evolving Skies one. It's been a bit. Halucha, Bibarel, Scyther, Scizor, Manaphy, Zorua, Zoroark, Altaria. Yeah, so you're able to get away with a bit more with that. Because like the only concern I have about this is having a bunch of two prizers. Like it kind of defeats the purpose of being a single prize deck when your opponent's just going to be like Gust, knockout Mew, Gust, knockout Fez. I do like the logic of the Fez though, because obviously we have single prizers in the active. They're going to get knocked out all the time. Maybe we just give it a go, see how we go. What's Roseanne doing for us? Like recover reversal energy? Recover the stadium? I don't know that you need Roseanne in this. Potentially you want more of this. Right, like more future boost capsules, just so if it's prized, this can still get online. Or a second heavy ball, just because we do have a lot of one-offs. Let's try that actually. MW, you'd recommend buying the trainer toolkits. Ooh. DB Husky, you'd like to build something that you can build with the cards you have IRL and test it online, but you don't think you have anything to work with to build a decent deck. You bought 4 ETBs and a couple booster boxes. Okay. Yeah, if you're looking to play like IRL, you're usually better off just buying singles. If you're wanting to open it as packs though, yeah, like MW said, getting trainers toolkits is usually a good way to go because it does give you a lot of the relevant trainer cards. It usually gives you like supporters, stadium, special energies, items. I can't recall off the top of my head what came in the most recent one. I know there's one coming out soon that's got like Squawkabilly, or is that already out? That one might be out already. Okay. We're into Lost Box. I need to fill my bench. I think we just have to go a little aggressive here. We do this, we get a Toxel, we play the other Ultra Ball, we get rid of that, we get rid of that, we get theoretically another Toxel. I also don't mind the idea of chucking this in the active since Cramorant can't touch it. Getting rid of Manaphy does feel a bit risky when we can see they have Greninja on the board. Also, as if we've bent our prize to Toxel. We go Mew, restart, Super Rod, so we can get Manaphy back. That's fine. We'll pivot, we'll go into the Ogre Pawn. If they try and attack with Cram, nothing happens. Little book tone. Wouldn't benching Manaphy be better? I'm not too concerned about getting hit with Greninja turn 1. I think we'll be all right. Janet Bella Sprite. How you going? How you going? Squawk Mew or Luminion was in the last one. You're not sure? Okay. I don't know if we've got one with Mew. I feel like it would have been Luminion then. Because I think Squawk's in the one coming out this year, but I don't think it's come out yet. Manaphy add water type to toxic damage too, though, to be fair. It does, yes. But this turn, I'm more concerned about them trying to attack with Cramorant. So if I can have something sat in the active that just says Cramorant does nothing, to me, that's a win. If I have Mew sat in the active that says hit me for 110 and then finish me off later, not so keen on that. And Ultra Ball in the Toxtricity? Like, we could have got the Toxtricity back with Super Rod. That's true. Okay, they are on a 3-card hand. They used Penny as their supporter. Makes me think they don't have a Chorus. We're going to Super Rod. We put the Manaphy back in. We research this away. I don't want to give them a 6-card hand. We get another Toxel. Hesitant about benching it since they could get into that, but I think we'll be fine. Chuck this on there, so if they do take that out, this is online. Chuck this on there, so if we do get into other things, we can retreat. I think we just throw that on there. And we pass. I don't want to put the Tattoo down because if they do get Greninja, they take out 2 targets. Gleeby, suppose you don't need to hit max damage versus this? Nah. I hit Cramorant for weakness. I hit Greninja for weakness. I don't need very many things on the board. Tito, morning is... Oh, good morning. How you doing, buddy? What's the max damage and the gimmick? So the max damage of the Toxtricity... Yeah, we can do some math. Loud Mix does a base of 50 and scales by 30 more damage for each different type of Pokemon on your bench. So we have Area 0 that makes it so we can have up to 8 Pokemon on our bench as long as we have a Terra Pokemon in play, which the Cornerstone Ogre Pawn covers that. So effectively 8 guys in play. With the Iron Treads, if there's a future boost capsule on it, it counts as 2 types. It's a Steel and a Fighting. So with that, we get to 9. And then with Scavillion, it counts as a Grass and a Fire. So theoretically, we can get up to 10 different types of Pokemon on our bench. So 10 times 30, 300, plus the base 50. We can get up to 350. Not a bad number to hit. Okay, so we get the other Toxtricity online. We are in a really weird spot here, where we're kind of just hoping to top deck out of this. Giratina coming out. So he doesn't have an ability. He can delete us. That's concerning. Yeah, that's all right. We'll pass through that. Mainly just on the logic that if they knock out our Ogre Pawn, Reversal Energy comes online, Toxtricity comes online effectively. So takes out Ogre Pawn. We'll chuck Mew in the active just because it's got free retreat. We can think for a second if we need it, but we'll be going into the Toxtricity realistically. We can chuck Area 0 down just to thin our hand a bit. Tatsugiri. I guess now it might have made sense to bench the Tatsugiri since it would be the only thing with 90 or less HP. Greninja likely wouldn't be attacking. If this gets knocked out, we could have chucked him in the active. We just don't have a way to pivot it right now, so I don't think it's the play still. But yeah, if this gets knocked out, this goes to active. We just need to be able to scale our bench. So hopefully we draw into a draw supporter. Not in a great spot. Yeah, no, Janet, if we can get it going, there's definitely logic there. It's just not going right now. In Stellar Crown, Letty and Worth using in Torterra EX. Probably not. I'll be completely honest now. Torterra EX are already struggling for deck space, so adding in another card that's trying to take up deck space, likely not the call. I feel like you're just trying to go like Torterra's, Ogre Bonds, etc. Like you kind of just got to go very streamlined with it. I haven't tried building it since the set came out, but like just off previous Torterra builds, it was already very tight for deck space. So trying to add in another 1/1 or realistically 2/2 line that's not going to be doing a lot of the time, it doesn't seem like a great call. What are we doing here? I think we genuinely just bench pass. Yeah. Let him take it out. I could boss up the Giratina just to buy some time, but at the same time, I kind of do want to go behind on prizes. It's like, take a KO. I think we got to go back to the drawing board on this list, though. Have I seen your poison deck? I don't believe so. You've sent it on Discord, though. I can take a look after this match. Yeah, because the Ledian is when you evolve up into it, gust up one of your opponent's Pokemon with 90 or less HP remaining. Like it's a little bit limited, the issue. Okay, so how much are we going to be doing here? We are doing 50, 90, 140. So we're only half hitting into a Giratina. We take that out. We don't have a backup Toxel. This is not looking good. Like I can just burn through my hand, right? So I can bench or play this, throw this on something that can't use it, but it's thinned. And throw this on, sure. And then boss the Tina. All right, Mew, find me basic Pokemon. That hurts. Okay, so prizing 2 Toxel in a deck that is very dependent on getting Toxtricity out, not a great first run for the list. Not great. Because yeah, best case scenario, we want another Toxel on our board that we'd be going into here. We don't have it. Okay, Beach Court coming out though, that's pretty interesting. So they knock our guy out. We can put our Tatsugiri in the active. It has free retreat off that at least. That's a kind of cool play. We don't have another attacker ready to go next turn, though. We don't have any basic Pokemon that can quickly get set up to attack. Mew has an experience share on it, but there isn't basic energy on Toxtricity, so it's not getting anything off of this. MW, you got to head off. All good, man. Thanks for coming by, and I'll hope to catch you Friday. Chrissy, you love the Grand Tree. You can finally play stage 2s other than playing just Charizard. Yeah. It's a really interesting card. I love how I said I could put this in the active and then just out of default went Mew. Thanks, brain. Okay, what do I even get here? You're kind of useless to me now. Pheasantipity, I guess, is likely the call. We're getting draw power off this. We have so many 2 prizers in play right now. This is ridiculous. Play this because we're about to lose it. Play this because we're also about to lose it. Like, theoretically, this is a blue attack next turn, I guess. Do that. We get the Toxels back in the list. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we put these in before we use Pheasantipity, because maybe we can draw into them. All right. Well, I drew into an out for them at least. Check Tatsu in the active. And on that, we pass. Giratina doesn't have an ability, or else we could have thrown Ogerpon into the active. We just rolled it. Like, I guess we could technically attach energy onto Mew next turn and go Lost Impact into them. Feel like they'll probably pivot that one out of the active, though. If they go into the fresh one, then it's such an easy call. But yeah, I feel like they're going to pivot that out, go into the Greninja, take out Tatsugiri, take out Toxel. Which, if they do that, we could go Mew, copy their Greninja, take out 2 Comfies. But then they'd come up into us with Giratina, knock out the Mew. And that would be game. Janet, Forest of Giant Plants, PTSD. Nah, it's an A spec now. It's fine. It's fine. There's only one in your deck. Unless you run Roseanne. Perhaps the deck is better off without Iron Treads and Scavilion and just settling for 290 max damage. I don't mind the Iron Treads. The Iron Treads is an easy include because 1, it's a basic, and 2, it's just like it's not that hard to get it online. The Scavilion, though, yeah, it's a bit more investment to get that going. All right. Do I want to commit to the Mew and take that out? Like, kinda? How are they looking for Mirage Gates? They haven't used any. It's tempting. Also, is this deck not running Electro Generator? I guess there's not enough lightning energy to really justify it. Let's do this. We'll get another experience share. Oh, never mind, we won't. We'll get another heavy ball. To get another Toxel. I don't need to be doing the max damage. Get another one of these out just because we don't have Manaphy and we didn't have a way to get it back out. Do I go for the Mew play here? If I go for the Mew play, I take this out. This takes me out. Or I set up into this. I think we just buy time for right now. He's a bit too hefty to want to switch into. But at the same time, he's a really good resource to hang on to. We switch into this, we bank on the fact that they're going to knock us out. If they don't, we have Arven. We go Arven for a switch. We pivot out. We go into him. We attack. I don't want to evolve because if I evolve, it just becomes an easy target. But at the same time, yeah, they just go into Greninja, take that out, take that out. Oh, losing Manaphy hurt. Squall, you got the Bulbasaur as your starter. Nice. Gleaver, you think there's only 4 electric energies and 4 reversals at the moment? Yeah, fair. It doesn't seem necessary then. But you're trying some versions with Fire Energy and Crispin. Ooh, I don't mind the idea of Crispin. Are they bossing up my Toxel? No? Okay. Interesting choice. Okay. Cool. So they go down to 2 prizes. Oh, they messed with my board though. You're mean. Okay, so that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And one of the Toxels goes. One of the Toxels goes, or theoretically Pheasantipity? No, it's got to be one of the Toxels. We need the damage. Check that active. Evolve that. Get the energy on it. In a bit. What should we be swinging for right now? 170, so we're getting the KO into him anyways. That's fine. Check that on there. Don't have another experience share in here at the moment. We hit them with Iono. They go down to a 2-card hand. That's pretty big. Just to play it safe so they don't just go into that. And do I want the Capsicid? What am I doing right now? 230. Theoretically, this gets online. We can do big number with single prizer. Worst case scenario, we go into that and we knock that out with it. It's all coming together now. Yeah, we're just on, 4 prize deficit. Okay, they've got Sableye. Which, is that even a threat to us? Not really. Got 70 HP, guys, so best they can do is take out 1 at a time. They take out 1, they put 5 on something else. Yeah, I think that's just game. So they go retreat into Sableye. Sableye takes out a 70 HP thing off the bench. If we take out Sableye, they go into Giratina. They knock out anything in the active. And if we don't take out Sableye, like if we go for the Giratina, then Sableye just takes out another 70 HP thing off the bench. They've got checkmate position here. We've got too little, too late. Dang. The toxicity, though. All right, so how much are we doing? 230. We're not even getting the KO into that yet. Boss isn't even in here. Like, do we try and dig for boss? We at least take the big KO for game? One's prized? Yeah, one's it. And the Scavillion's in there anyways. Okay, never mind. We're not getting there. We are not getting there. Just trying to think if there's a way to thin our hand enough. No, there's not. Yeah, we take that out. This comes active. They go lost impact, take us out. Game. Okay. For prizing 2 Toxel, not mad overall at how the list performed. I do think it needs some better draw support theoretically. Just because there's a lot of turns where it's like, I need to top deck into something. Like most of our draw support being limited on having a very small hand size or giving up a prize. Not great. It kind of did show off some of the potential of the concept though. Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm just wondering if I go back to building it with... Oh, we'll get rid of that. Building it with the Caesar line, though. Because the Caesar was effectively... Scyther counts as a grass type. It's a free retreating Pokemon. And the Caesar was obviously a steel type Pokemon in it. So it's like 1 evolution line covering 2 types. Not quite to the Capsicid level of like 1 Pokemon covering 2 types. But the fact that Caesar could be an attacker in and of itself was pretty good. And then there's justification to running Steel and Lightning, and you could run it with Crispin, right? Because you go Crispin, you can get a Toxtricity online in 1 go, instead of being fully reliant on Reversal Energy. So you do that, lean a bit more into Experience Share. Yeah, like we did have a comeback here. A little too late, but we had one. Because like if there was one more turn in that game, we go into the Mew goes Lost Impact, we deal with the Giratina, they come up with Cramorant, they have to have Boss to get around us and do something. Yeah, there's potential. So we'll play one more with it, and then maybe do some revisions to it. Jeanette, do you also compete in person? Yes, but not very much the last year. So between, well, work, trying to have a life, and streaming 2 to 3 times a week while making like YouTube content and TikTok and stuff like that, and running a tournament on Limitless. Yeah, it hasn't been very much time. I go out for like regionals though, so like the larger events, just kind of interact with the community, play some games in like a nice competitive environment. It's good, but yeah, like weekly leagues and stuff, it's just a bit taxing. There's just not enough time to kind of like sleeve up decks, practice regularly enough with like one deck where I'm confident just going out. So for the most part, it's mostly just, yeah, been limited to PTCGL recently. Caesar might be an interesting idea still. Yeah. Well, it's like I built it with that. Yeah, like a year ago. When did Toxtricity come out? I built Toxtricity when it originally came out. And yeah, it was with like Caesar Toxtricity, but we had the Zoroark from Evolving Skies. So it's like you had a lot of ways to kind of pivot around between stage ones. Okay, let's see. So into Dragapult. I don't think we really care about what's on our bench, do we? Grab this just to scale up damage. Grab a second Toxel just to have a second Toxel. They're not going to be getting attacks off first turn. Probably don't need that. And the Tatsu. Probably don't need the Tatsu. I think it is just grab the evolving pieces. Chuck this down. Throw an energy on Xia. And we'll pass. Jeanette, you said you look at your... Oh, yeah. Just remind me of these things like this, please. I'm playing a game. I'm managing a lot of conversations. Yeah, if you guys have a request for me, just when I get towards the end of the game, just be like, hey, remember this. It's not... I'm not forgetting, like, intentionally. It's just generally there's only so much space. But no, I'll take a look after this. Kleber, the original list inspired you to make some of your own Togs decks. Nice. Love to hear that. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm human. But no, I'll do my best to remember to check after this. And you do your best to remember to remind me to check after this. Because yeah, you said you had like a poison deck you wanted me to look at, yeah? Being human is real. It's pretty real. It's pretty real. So one thing we all seem to have in common. Except maybe Deathlike. Deathlike, if you're here, I'm watching you. I don't know sometimes. Okay, off of this, what do we want? Like, we use the Nest Ball and then probably just into Iono. They've just Rotom to end their turn. I have Future Boost Capsule, so I'm kind of thinking we just go Nest Ball for Iron Treads. We scale up our damage output. Do I want to attach it? Like, this feels like a waste now. But it's also a way to limit the amount of things I need to get into off this. I think we do. Like, it feels so silly. We've got 3 more of them, though. Iono to C6 or Arven to see guaranteed outs. Let's just go Iono. Well, that hurts. Yeah, we'll hold the Nest Ball. Hold the Nest Ball. If they take a KO, we can at least get into Pheasantipity. We've got Experience Share on the Toxel, so this one gets knocked out. We move a basic Lightning onto that benched. We attach the basic Lightning from hand onto it. We're in an alright spot. All right. Ultra Ball into Pidgeot. They're likely holding rare candy. Yep. Cool. Good card. Yep. And then they hit us back with the Iono. Totally fair. Okay, well, we found a Toxtricity now, so that's, you know, nice. And we found the Ultra Balls. We found 3 things when we couldn't find one last turn. And they still have the Pidgeot play for turn. Did they not find a Dragapult or a rare candy off this? Okay, so Rotom using Forest Seal Stone. I'm guessing they're grabbing rare candy off that, and then they use Pidgeot to grab Dragapult. They get one of them online this turn. Theoretically switch to the one on the bench, manual attach, get going, or they might be running the Crystal and just use that. Yeah, focusing more into basic energies, either Steel for Caesar and or Fire for Radzard with Crispin and Experience Share might be the way to go. That's kind of where I'm thinking it is. Because like the reversal just feels it's good. And I get it because like for the Scavilion, that's kind of solid. Like having Scavilion for into Zard, just hey, I'll knock you out real easy. I like it. But at the same time, I don't think it comes up enough to justify going for reversal energy for it. Because then you're also kind of reliant on being behind on prizes for Toxtricity to be taking knockouts. All right. So this Dragapult's about to just wreck us. And you know what? That's fair. How much does Scavilion hit for? Does it do like 180 so that it one-shots Zard, or does it do like a really silly number? Oh, hey there, Josh. How you going? The other Scavilion is the one that can Oko Zard. Oh, really? This one only does 110? Oh. Well, yeah, we're building this deck differently then. I thought this was like reversal energy, get free knockout into Zard. Oh, okay. It's 110. You think it's not affected by resistance or something? Oh, yeah, that's just not the play then. Okay, so we've got Nest Ball. We guarantee ourselves into Fez. We've got Terrapagos. Like, neat. I think we hold off using this. Okay. How much would he be swinging for? 170. This evolves up. We get up to 200. Yeah, nah, this just isn't working. Right, because like I need another one of them on the board. And I don't even have another one in the deck. Sure, grab that. I guess we could boss up the Pidgeot. Like that's a way for us to get some prizes here. That hurts. That really hurts. And yeah, the Toxels just keep wanting to go on the prizes. I feel like Toxel, we definitely need to bump up to a 4 count. Doing 460 into it, that's pretty funny. So we'd have done what, 230 into that? There's the other Toxel. Gleber, Rev is basically just for powering up Tox in 1 turn. Yeah, okay, fair. No, I think we take this one to the drawing board. We want, I think, just to lean more into the single prize aspect of this. Like, I don't mind the idea of having the Terra type Pokemon for Area Zero, because obviously that's kind of the whole new gimmick of Toxtricity, is just expanding our bench to do bigger number. That's good. That's a good thing to do. But the fact that we do that, and it's like we have Pheasantipity on the board, we have Mew on the board, we have Terrapagos on the board. It's like, well, we're basically just a 2-prize deck at that point. Like your opponent's just going to be gusting those up and still going 2-2-2. Right? Like Dragapult, they hit the active, but then they're putting pings on things. Like they've done with this. They put it down to 200. So at any point, they just go boss, bring that up, take it out, and then set up another knockout. Into Zard, like they get Pidgeot online. They're just going to be going boss, boss, boss. I don't think it does enough damage to justify having multi-prizers on the board to try and go for the big numbers. Like at this point, you may as well just be trying around like Zoroark or trying to be running Palkia V-Star. Like things like that where it's just like they scale up the board. Because this, it's like you need a lot of things to go your way to get online. And even once they do, your opponent just bumps the stadium and you lose all that setup. Right. Getting anything off this? No. Okay. What Pokemon do we have that can like cheat onto the board and come out from the discard besides Gengar? I think Gengar would be good for this list. Just as like, hey, it covers the psychic type. If this ever gets bumped, it just comes right back. I don't think we have anything else that does that right now, though, right? Like there's Empoleon that comes from hand. There's Metagross that comes from hand. Metagross or Klinklang. But this already covers the steel type. Oh, yeah, it is just 110. Okay, check those back in. Ultra Ball's doing basically nothing for us. We're going to lose this stuff anyways. May as well use it first. Just take a look. Yeah, it's literally just getting Toxtricity. I want this to be good, but yeah, I just don't think it's there. We'll go Lost Vac. We'll get rid of their Crystal at least. And it's like, pivot. I think we just pass. They just go, oh, I should have pivoted, actually. We should have gone into the Iron Treads just in case they don't have the fire energy. If they go for Jet Headbutt, we're able to survive. They do 70 into us, though, so then at any point they go Phantom Dive. They put the other 6 on the Iron Treads. It still gets KO. Vice, how's it going, man? Toxtricity seems... It's an interesting concept. Gleeber sent in a deck list, so we're trying it out for Workshop Wednesday. And like, I like the idea of it, but I don't think it's quite there. I think we've got to kind of dial it back. Because the last time I played Toxtricity was when we had the Zoroark from Evolving Skies, and you could get away with a bit more shenanigans. Because like you'd have Scyther for grass, evolve into Caesar for steel. Zoroark could pivot into whatever you needed, like into Altaria if you wanted a free retreater, and outs to supporters into a Toxtricity if you needed an attacker online. But like with this, it's almost too easy for your opponent to see what you're doing. Right? Like they just take out your Toxels, so you have no other attackers. You're having a bad time. Meowning! Rip Zorobugs? Yeah. We lost one of the greats. It had a good run. It had a good run. Like, we can't have decks like that just always in format, or else, yeah, it gets kind of boring, right? You gotta have other things getting a chance. We got the new Slowking, that similar concept? I don't know. I personally don't think it's going to be very good, but there's a concept there. Okay, see, like this. They put 10 damage onto the... Well, now you're overcommitting. You just need to move 10 onto the Toxel. And then they hit the active with Dragapult. They put, I guess, just 5 onto the Toxel now, because they can choose where to put the damage counters with Dragapult anyways. But yeah, now we're just back to square none. Now we just move on. Concept? Solid. Potential? I don't know. I want it to be good. I really do. In Gleeber, I'm not... this is not me by any... Oh, Meownington, welcome to the Goomba Gang. This is not me in any way, shape, or form saying, don't keep working on this list. There's potential there. I think that you... Try it with Crispin. Try it with Crispin, try it with Caesar in the list. Go Lightning Energy, Steel Energy. Crispin can get a Toxtricity online in 1 turn. Probably run it with Bibarel just as like a single prize draw engine. It'll count as your colorless Pokemon. For the Terras, I think the Cornerstone Orgripon makes sense for those matchups where there's ability things. It can buy you a bit of time. The Terrapagos, yeah, there's still some logic in including it, especially if we do have Crispin, because then it's like Crispin, attach 1, attach for turn to it. You can attack with it. Like it's an easy basic Pokemon to get online in a pinch. And then, I don't know. Where am I going with this? You start running with Caesar, you start running it with Bibarel, then there's some justification in having the A-Spec as capturing Aroma. Not capturing Aroma. What's the Aroma one? It's search your deck for 3 stage 1s. There's logic in running it with that. Just because then it's like grab the Bibarel, grab the Toxtricity, grab the Caesar, multi-types on your board. Go from there. Jeanette, the Poison Box. Yes, right. Thank you for reminding me. You posted in the Discord? I'm not seeing a deck list from you in the Discord. I'm seeing one from Gleeber. Where did you post it? Isn't that Secret Box? No, Secret Box is like search your deck for supporter, tool, something. Hyper Aroma, this one. So search your deck for 3 stage 1 Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Secret Box is... Discard 3 other cards from your hand, search your deck for an item, Pokemon tool, supporter, and stadium, which that's pretty cool too. I just don't know that we can really afford to be discarding stuff. So I think we would go... We'll duplicate this. We'll do a quick edit to it. It's in the deck request section. Okay. Cheers for that, Jenna. We'll take a look in a second. Why am I clicking on all the bad things? There we go. So I think we keep that. I think we keep that. I mixed on this one. But the Mew, I think we cut. The Scavillain line, I feel like we cut. As much as I like him, I think we just need more consistent draw. We also really need more Toxel, because the amount of times we kept prizing this guy, he just didn't want to hang out, I guess. Check in some Steel. Check in some Crispin. Energy counts, we probably even need to go higher than that. And then we want to go Scyther. Maybe we don't need the Scyther line, actually. The Steel would let us attack with him. Move an energy from this to one of your bench Pokemon. He's hitting for what, 80? Doubles to 160? It's not really relevant in anything. Never mind. Maybe it's not Steel then. Maybe it is Fire, because you're saying the Radzard, right? We don't currently have Radiant in here. So if we went Radzard, then we have Crispin gets Fire, gets this online. We have Fire to get this online late game. Pokemon Recovery, I feel like we need more outs also. Like not having Night Stretcher, it's risky. Also, probably need higher counts. Super Rod at 2. Actually, that's probably fine. 2 of those. Cut this down to a 3, maybe. The Defiance Band, we might have to cut. Like, we might have to cut the Defiance Band. We might have to cut the Vacuum. Because, like, these are kind of cards that it's like, if you have deck space, like, if your deck is able to run competently, you can start adding in techs. We need to get to the point where this deck is able to function before we start adding in, like, the bonus pieces. So, like, the Vacuum, I don't think it's doing enough for us right now to justify having it. The Defiance Bends, that one there's a bit more of an argument for. Night Stretcher, though, 100% we want it. Because, like, if something gets bumped, I need to be able to access it back immediately. What was the other thing I wanted in here? Hyper Aroma? Hyper Aroma would be getting us what? Our bibs or toxicities? Yeah. I don't hate that. It's either that or it's Prime Catcher. And if we're going into Prime Catcher, we've cut you now. What else do we have that's for your treat? This is for your treat. We have Rescue Board. So, like, theoretically, with tools, these are for your treaters. Or we just put something in the active that's not an attacker, Prime Catcher into an attacker. It's probably Prime Catcher still. Maybe Legacy Energy? Would be justification in Legacy Energy, because then it's like Radzard, Legacy Energy can get it online. It can be paying for the fire or the lightning energy on this. I feel like it's just Prime Catcher, though. It's just one of those just blanket, this is a good card cards. I think we have to cut this, though. Cut that. Cut one switch. We've got Rescue Board. We have that. We have that. So these are effectively 2 reusable switch out cards. This is a switch card. This is a blanket switch card. Energy count does feel a bit low now, though. Wouldn't mind bumping up one of these. Or potentially one reversal energy. Just for, like, quick access, get something online. It's a bit janky, but it's there. Maybe a grass type back in just for the numbers. Not sure what a good option would be, though. What do we got that's grass? Potentially that's Shaman, right? Wasn't there like a single prize Shaman? This attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon EX or Pokemon V. It's got free retreat, so it's pivot. Do we have any basic grass guys that would be helpful into Zard? I liked having the Scavilion. But yeah, it's like a 1/1. It's just... it's tricky. Maybe we sneak him back in. What does this do? As long as this is on your bench, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this. So this is protected from Dragapult. That's kind of funny. Maybe it's that. Like, that's genuinely a maybe. What do we have for ones with abilities that might be relevant? Like Toad School? Toad Scroll? Toad Scroll makes it so they can't get cards back from their discard pile. Toad Scroll EX makes it so if you have energy attached to them, they're not affected by effects. But yeah, like I don't think we're getting that one online. We don't have enough ways to get energy to the entire board in this deck. I guess it would be protecting bench Toxels though, right? Bench Toxels, bench Toxtricities. Like as long as we have one energy on them, Drag Bolt's not taking out 2 attackers at a time. But it again becomes one of those things of getting a 1/1 line online consistently. Oh no, how many types do we have now? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be 10. Like, I feel like we're fine. Let's try and fit this Civilian in, though. It's one of those funny things that if you can pull it off, it just goes burr. We need a 70 HP one, though, so it's likely this one. Search deck for basic fire energy and attach it to this Pokemon? Sure. We have those now. And I need to cut 3 cards. All right. Which might mean Palpad goes. Palpad and 1 Heavy Ball. What's Ultra Ball finding us? Bibarel's Toxtricities. Okay. Everything. Bibarel, Toxtricities, Civilian. Everything else we can get off Nest Ball. Theoretically, within that. Or we go thinner on the energy. What are your thoughts on Raikou V as another backup attacker? We're currently struggling to find space in the deck. I don't think we should talk about adding more cards into the deck. Raikou's also the same type as our main attacker, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. If we were wanting to add in like a secondary attacker, theoretically Entei, because we have the fire energy in there for Radzard, so it's like we don't bring Radzard out early game, it's always in the late game. So we could be using Entei in the early to mid game. It's a basic and can get online quickly, but at the same time, it can be scaling up damage for Toxtricity. So it'd be like Entei or maybe Suicune, but if you introduce Suicune, then you need to add in water energy somehow. So it's like likely Entei. Did Suicune even earn rotation? Did it rotate? I feel like it rotated actually. Yeah, because Raikou and Entei are brilliant stars, but Suicune came out before. That's so weird. It's like these 3 cards are basically the same. They're just different colors. One's rotating before, though. Poor Suicune. My guy. He gone. He gone. Get him out of here. What do we cut? What do we cut? It might be Nest Ball. Like, we just go down to 3/3/3 for the Pokemon search. I think we just do that, call it, move on. 2 Ultra Ball. Like, with Ultra Ball being our main way to get our stage 1s, outside of just drawing into them, and our draw supports also being quite thin, yeah, I think it's just go down to 3/3/3. This is janky. This is very janky. Okay, we've got that. I had to look at the poison deck, which is allegedly in deck requests. Am I blind? I'm still not, like, did you post it today or are you talking about one from like a few days ago? Is your name in Discord Ghost Kid? Jeanette, is that you? Are you Ghost Kid? I'm seeing one that's kind of a poison deck from like a few days ago. Okay. No, that's all good. That's all good. I was looking for like a new post. Like when someone says I posted a deck list, I'm looking for a new message popping up, not from earlier in the week. All right. What do we got here? Petrant EX. Okay. Okie dokie. Samurott, Brute Bonnet, Sneasler. Okay. Max belt scale up damage. I like it. Perleus Jungle. Yep. Why is this not showing? Ah, that's why. Yeah, the deck seems fine. So you're using what? Okidogi is your main attacker. Samurott, during your turn, you can put 4 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If your opponent's active Pokemon is already damaged, does 110 more. So 220 for 2 dark. You're banking on poisoning them and doing a bit of chip damage, I'm guessing, with its ability, or are you just like using it to finish off things that you softened up? But yeah, you're going Sneasler, Perleus Jungle, 5 from poison. So this is doing theoretically 310. Finding Mochi on it gets up to 350. Yeah, I think it seems legit. It seems legit. I want to give one more go with the Rainbow Road deck just while it's fresh in my brain, and then we'll try out your poison deck. And then it's probably it for a night. It's getting late. And I got work tomorrow. Cat is popping up in the chat, though. Nice. Ooh, I like that coin. Also, I gotta move my camera over here. There we go. Also, just a reminder, guys, it is September, so you get discounted subscriptions and stuff. So if you want to, not have to worry about ads, but don't want to pay full price, it's a good time to be doing that. And we do have a community game night if we can get to this goal. So, not saying you have to, but just a little nudge if you've been considering it. It's a good time to be doing it. Speedy Ghost. Anybody else really hate playing against Applin? What? Like the Hydrapple? Or are you talking about like Festival Lead Applin? What deck are you running that you don't like playing into Applin? All right, not finding an out for Toxel. Bad times. We want an out for Toxel. Seeing Monkey Dory. Genuinely not too sure what we're playing into. I'm just going to bench a Manaphy because I don't want to put a 2-prizer out immediately in case they have a way to take a KO immediately. Festival lead one, Lugia V-Star Chinchino. You win, but you don't like it. Ah, okay, fair. Fair enough. I don't know. I like Festival lead. It's a fun deck. Jeanette, what did you think of the deck? There's an ad, so you couldn't... sorry to hear that. No, yeah, I was just talking about it. I was like, it's September. You guys get discounted subscriptions right now. You don't want ads. No, the deck's cool. We're going to give it a go after this game. We're going to give it a go. Okie dokie is one of those cards I keep meaning to try out, but it's just been, just haven't had time, I'll be honest. Because Friday nights we do the budget build battle tournaments, and then Saturdays we were doing them as well for a bit. So, yeah, just one of the time constraint things. Speed Ghost becoming a professional Goomba with the Prime sub. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the Goomba gang. You play Arceus Duskmars, so you don't mind the apple? Fair. You play Arceus. Oh, that is a card I have not seen played in a while. Spicy. You're not going to be able to see because you got to go? All good. Next time you're here then, Jeanette, let me know. I can hold off. Good morning, evening, Disney and Nitram. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Are they gonna try and attack me with the Monkey Dory? Probably not. I feel like they just attach it there to use the Evo TM, but you never know. Okay, we're gonna get out double Toxel. And I'm kind of leaning towards just holding. None of these are supporters. These are all things I would like on my bench. I think we hold. I'm okay with the Tatsugiri getting knocked out. We go Toxel in the active. We evolve a Toxtricity. Does mean I have to somehow find the reversal energy if I want to be relevant, though. Maybe I should have researched. But like research and losing the experience share Super Rod Pheasantipity is risky. If I bench the Pheasantipity there, they just gust kill that. I'm giving up 2 prizers. I'd prefer to keep it as much a single prize matchup as I can. Gardevoir obviously attacking with a lot of single prize Pokemon. Risky. Turbo Arceus? Ooh. Sounds spicy. Yeah, have a good night, Jeanette. Doing all right? Yeah, it's going good, Dizzy. It's going good. We revisited Terrapagos, and I think that's my favorite deck out of this new set. Because like we've tried Hydrapple, and as much as I want that deck to work, it just doesn't feel consistent enough. We've revisited Zoroark V-Star and Darkrai V-Star, and both of them feel fine. Like they're kind of where they were at previously. They have higher damage caps now, though, which is nice. So like they can deal with the stage 2 EXs. So it's kind of just like that little bit of a refresh they needed. Still not too sure how I feel about them like on a competitive level, though. Likely still just kind of like B tier lists, unfortunately. Fun decks, but not, yeah, like crazy. Terrapagos, though, seems like it's got some solid potential. Which Terrapagos version do we play? So I just kind of built it with just colorless guys. So Terrapagos, DTEs, Mist Energy. Which versions have you played? Are there any cards that do what Bibarel does without being a colorless mon? Just so you wouldn't overlap typings with Terrapagos. You could run... I'm trying to think. Like there's Reverum, but you need to be able to discard an energy to use it. It's discard an energy from your hand, draw until you have 6. There's the Dunsparce that bounces itself back into the deck, so it would be freeing up the bench space. Like it's a colorless Pokemon, but it's at least removing itself from play so that you're not overlapping. I need to get the reversal energy here, though. Like this feels weird. We don't need to get a bunch of guys on our board, though, right? Like even if this is all we have, we get the KO. I just need to get to a point where we're able to do that. We'll go Super Rod. We'll put the Tatsu back in. I think it's just research here. Because we could Pheasantipity to hope to find the Crispin. Let's try it. No? Yeah, it feels weird. We just hit him with the Iono then. I can at least save some resources. Yeah, just not finding any energy this game. That's not ideal. We didn't really mess with the energy count that much. We went from 8 to 7. Should have seen at least one by now. But yeah, there'd be like Reverum, ditch an energy, draw till 6. There is technically Togekiss, which is a psychic Pokemon. At the end of your turn, draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. It's also got free retreat, but it's on a stage 2, so then it's a whole other can of worms you're introducing. We have Radiant Venusaur, that's kind of a similar thing. At the end of your turn, draw until you have 4 cards in hand. It's a grass Pokemon, but then eats up your Radiant slot. And I think that's pretty much it. Mew EX, but it's just drawn until you have 3, so yeah. Who needs any energy? Yeah, yeah. Overrated, right? Yeah. Playing the game? Nah, who wants to do that? I don't know. I want Toxtricity to work. I don't see it working, like, consistently, at least. Like, you'll have some games where you can do some silly stuff, but I don't think with what we currently have in rotation, it's there. It doesn't mean it won't be good again in its lifetime, but currently I don't think it's there. Okay, so they just accelerate a bunch of energy onto Drifloom, damaging it, and it knocks us out. I don't even know if they have to do a bunch, right? That's what? 4 times 3. No, not quite there. 3. So they go 6 times 3, 180. That'll do it. The nice thing here, though, I don't even need to evolve to take KOs. I can just hit him with a Toxel now. I literally think we're just going to do that. With the Iono? Throw this on there just so it's a pivot. We've already lost Tatsugiri. Ionoing this way doesn't do a lot for us. It might disrupt them, though. Probably should have bumped the stadium just because them having access to Artisan, yeah, it's a bit silly. We just got into our terrace too. Yeah, that was dumb on my part. It's getting late. I'm getting sleepy. But yeah, we bumped that. They likely just go Monkey Dory in the active. They have the harder treat. They can get into another Drifloom off the Artisan and they're fine. Speed Ghost, welcome to the Goomba game, bud. The prime sub before even following? Respect. Just send it a message. Gleeber, do you think it's doable with a shell of single prize future mons? Because they're all of different types. What's the logic? Like just having them and then the future boost capsule at higher counts so you have free pivot options? I guess technically you could attack with Miraidon then. Right? Like it's a dragon type, you could accelerate energy out, but that only goes to your future Pokemon. And they wouldn't really be able to attack. No, I don't see it. I don't see the lines. Because like having the rescue board to be able to go free retreat off Tatsugiri and get yourself into supporters is pretty big. The future boost capsule is basically just in here to make Iron Treads 2 cards, right? Like you're just doubling the value of that 1 card. You're not ideally wanting to be using it as a pivot. Okay, so they knock out my Toxel. Oh, unless they go into Screamtail and try and knock out the Pheasantipity. That could work too. Don't do that. Or do they not have enough energy to get there? They don't have very much in the bin. Oh yeah, this is still here anyways. Yeah, we're good. Screamtail can't do nothing. Going to this for the pivot right now. That's pretty big. I need to be able to evolve you though. Yeah, let's see if we can get into an evolution and a Terra. For spin. Nice. Night Stretcher gets the Toxtricity out. Do I get to a point where I can knock you out though? Don't think we do. Right, because we'd be doing 50 plus 150, 180, 230. No, we're not getting there. Dang. I could be charging you up to snipe things. Yeah, we're just going to grab another Toxel. Just set ourselves up. Put this in our hand just in case we get the red Zard. Check that on there. It's like I could Prime Catcher into that. I think just dealing with him so that he's not taking him out is probably the call for right now, though.
Mamma mia!
Why? What's wrong, Squall? We didn't have a way to deal with the Guardy. At least I didn't see a way to deal with the Guardy. How are you seeing a way to deal with the Guardy? Okay. We've taken the Monkey Dory out, so they're not slowly taking out our Manaphy. Nothing's wrong. Just can't deck build still? Oh. Sorry to hear that, Matt. Why? What did you try? What's not working for you? Okay, so they are charging up the Screamtail. Likely just to hit the active unless they have a boss. Then it'd be boss Manaphy, hit it. I feel like that's not what they're going to go for here, though. Right, they've already used Arven this turn, haven't they? Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, check that active. Might just poke him with the Toxel. That's nice. Is there logic into going into that? Do they have energy here to retreat it? They have 2. We hit him for 250. I've cut the Defiance Band, or else that actually would have come up now, right? Because it would have been Defiance Band do 280. They aren't able to really retreat. It'd be attached, and then they'd have to have one in hand. Dang. All right. Use this, though. Kind of thinking I do just go into this. As soon as I do that, though, they just hard retreat it. Yeah, it's like I'm not seeing the lines right now. Maybe they just don't exist. Is there? Oh, hang on. No. We got this. Bring that active. Go into this. At least force them to get another Gardevoir out. Do this. Get rid of this. This.
I am the hero that the world gets.
See, Briz, welcome to the Goomba game, bud. Get that. Bump that. Bench expands. What am I getting rid of here? This? Probably those two, yeah? Do that. Swing and pray? you kidding? Why are we shy? Oh, because he didn't evolve. Dang. All right. Well, at least they aren't able to retreat. They probably have Professor Turo, right? They go Professor Turo, they pick it up. We're in a weird spot. Or it buys us a turn. There's Radzard already to so you'd have 2 fire types, even if Scope did evolve. Oh, true. Never mind then. I don't know. I like the concept of this deck. I don't think it's there though. Like it's fun as a pet deck. It's fun as like a casual League Night deck, but no, I don't think it's there. Squall, you're trying Torterra, but to be honest, it's kind of failing you because you don't know what you're doing, but you'll get there. Probably just the new player experience. Yeah. Nah, Torterra is a fun deck. If you ever get the chance to go by Vice's streams, talk to him about Torterra. I know he's a big fan of the turtle. I usually revisit it every set. I haven't gone back to it since Stellar Crown came out, but I'm pretty sure he was playing it the other night when I was by his. So he's likely got some stuff cooked up for it already. But I feel like, yeah, if you're going for the EX, it's just like you play it with Ogre Pawn EXs. Maybe Toadscroll EXs. If you're going more so for this single prize Torterra, probably still run it with Toadscroll EXs. Just to give you some protection against Dragapult. Maybe even Hydrapple as a way to accelerate some energy, but probably just like a 1 or 2 of them. Liebert, that's kind of where you ended up after testing too. Yeah. I want it to be good. I'm just being realistic in that I don't think it's going to be. Okay, so they got into another Monkey Dory with Dark Energy, so they moved some damage off. Gardevoir is able to retreat again. Oh boy. They go into Screamtail, they can knock out the active, and next turn they can literally just move damage counters off Monkey Dory for game. Yeah, we're moving on. I know I did say I was going to try that Poison Box deck, but I'm pretty sure Jeanette has headed off for the night, so we'll hold off until they're back for a stream. It's almost 10, guys, so I've got work tomorrow, so I've got to be calling it night there. Everyone that did come by tonight, thank you very much for popping by the stream. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you haven't already, make sure to boop that follow button. If you do it while I'm live, you get to see your own Goomba pop up on the screen, which is always a good time. But we will be back this Friday for the Budget Build Battles Tournament. So it's over on Limitless. If you haven't signed up already, plenty of time to do so. The format's pretty straightforward. So it's no rule box Pokemon. So no EXs, no Vs, no Radiants, and no A-Spec cards. So it's mostly just like a single prize format. And what else is there to it? You can only have 2 copies of a card with the same name. So special energies, trainer cards, Pokemon cards, that applies to all of those. There's always people looking for games that we over in the Discord. So if you want some deck lists, or if you just want like people to kind of try out your deck against, they're always happy to help you over there. Milky is probably, I'd say, like the expert of the format. Every week he cooks up a completely different deck and is usually in the top 8. So yeah, it's intimidating stuff. Solid player. But yeah, Milky, Jab, I'd say are 2 people that if you post a deck list and they give you some advice, 100% take that advice. Absolute gems. Rema, also very solid player. Plays a lot of Totodile though. Won't be there. You're on holidays and be out of the country. Ooh, that's awesome, Rema. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy your time off. You'll get there. But you're already there. It's just, yeah, you keep playing Totodile, so I don't want to say... I don't want to comment on that. There's been a lot of people like trying to craft control style decks for the format, and like honestly respect it. Control is a solid way to play the game. Nothing against control decks, just, you know, I don't like playing against them. But no, it's definitely like you have to be a good player to competently play control. And it is one of those things that you also need to be a competent player to know how to play against control. So it's one of those things, getting frustrated at it. Do it as a bit of a laugh. If you're actually getting mad at it, though, it's like, well, it's kind of on you for not knowing the matchup, not teching for the matchup, and just not being aware that it is a deck. So yeah, be aware control is out there. We'll see who else is online. I'm not seeing any names I'm overly familiar with. So if anyone is familiar with these guys, let me know. There's a Sombra RJ, but I don't think it's the Sombra that I know. I'm not sure what that's about. Some named Gem Jars. Oh, they're doing the card shop thing. Like, I follow them. I don't remember their name, though. Okay, J-Love's on. They're ripping packs. I don't know. You guys want to see that? Ah, pre-roll ads. No, we're not doing that. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Gemma. You too. And have a wonderful holiday, bud. Well deserved. Okay, I'm trying to find somewhere we can go that doesn't have pre-roll ads. Nothing bugs me more than pre-roll. I don't want to bring you guys somewhere and it's just like, oh, hit with a commercial. All right, I found one. It looks like they're a new streamer. 178 followers. Be nice. If you got the Goombas, you know what to do. We're going to be raiding into Pecky PCG. But yeah, we'll be back Friday night, so same time as tonight, but going for like 2 or 3 hours longer because I don't have work the next day. We can keep on gaming. Now I'm just rambling though. Let's head over there, guys. Take care.